Hi everyone. Am I audible to everyone? If yes, please reply in chat. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Everyone, I'm audible, right? If everyone says, let's start our demo session so that I can have idea that everyone is able to listen. Still an issue. Hi everyone. I'm audible. If yes, please respond me in the chat. Let's wait for 2 minutes. Everyone will respond. I will start. Yes. Sanjan Govind. Thanks for the response. Everyone, am I audible to everyone? Please respond if yes in the chat. Fine. We'll proceed. Yeah, my name is Syed Kausar Jahan, and now I'm going to start a session about the core Java, which is like a main Java. It's like a main thing of the Java, the basic thing and the main thing we can say. First of all, may I know, is everyone aware of this Java? What is meant by Java? If yes, please respond in the chat. Or else you can unmute and reply me. Yes. Vinod, are you aware of Java? What is meant by Java? Okay, fine. I'll start my session now. First of all, I'll go with my PPTs. Then, are you able to see my PPTs, right? Fine. I'll start my session now then. First of all, what is meant by core Java? We'll start our session with the core Java and then the agenda, everything. I'll see. Now, what is Java? Everyone, we joined this session in order to know about what is meant by Java and what are the advantages, what is the usage of that, why only Java, why can't we go for other languages, why it came into the picture, and what is the boom, why it is very boom in the market. Everyone now, you are from any engineering or any degree, anything you are going through, right? After that, you just suddenly, everyone will know through their education that, yeah, after the education, we need to go for the Java course and we need to start doing the job. That's what, how we came this, what is means why Java is very boom. First, we have to know the futures of this Java, why it is boom in the market. So why everyone is preparing Java. If we came to know about this, then only we can have a more idea about this, right? Why we are going through this Java course only. First, A Java means it's a programming language. Normally, we all know that programming language, right? Like to develop any application or any software, we'll use any programming language. Like earlier, we were using the C programming language. Like in the same way, we are having the Java also a programming language. Means we can develop any software applications and anything by using this Java programming language. And why only the Java? Why not the other? We can say, but Java is having the more futures when compared to other programming languages. So that's the reason why Java is very boom. And I can say that Java is also there. Python is very latest and it is very trending. Why it is not that much boom? We can say, but Java is already a built-in application, means like it is a very huge application programming language, which already having their futures are very strong. But when compared to this Python, it is the upcoming, means it's not completely come into the picture where every company is using nowadays. But it's Java, every company is using this Java. Not even a single company doesn't use the Java application, that doesn't use Java programming language. Everyone will use this Java. It is a free and open source programming language where everyone can use. And also, I said you right this point that every company is using. That is the reason why it is boom. Means if you learn, every company is using, means there is a need that every company will need to hire any Java resource, any Java engineer. So definitely the openings will be more in this technology. So that's the reason why it is very boom in the market nowadays. Means everyone using this, everyone needs this in every company. So everyone will prefer to go this Java. That is the reason why it is very important and boom nowadays, and not only now, ever. Means not in, you can see in any job application portal like Naukri or LinkedIn, if you search any Java developer engineer, Java developer or Java openings, definitely you will have the openings in mostly in freshness also. But when compared to other technologies, there won't be much openings in recession. But when come to in recession also, Java openings will be more. That huge demand is there for Java. What is meant by recession first? Recession means it is like the IT market will be down. Nowadays, it is a little bit not much good. But in these situations also, Java is very good. The openings are very good for Java. That's the reason why everyone will prefer Java. Okay, you understood, right? What is meant by Java and why it is very important? If yes, please respond in chat so that I can able to know is everyone able to understand or able to listen. Thank you, Shekhar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fine, thanks, thank you, everyone. And next, now the Java is classified into 3 types. Normally, everyone, we can say Java is classified into 3 types. Means like Java is into the first step is the core Java. Java is classified into 3 types, right? The first one is core Java, and the second one is advanced Java, and the third one is J2 Enterprise Edition. Java Enterprise Edition. Java is classified into majorly 3 types: core Java, advanced Java, Java Enterprise Edition. Normally, the terminology what we are using nowadays, this core Java, advanced Java, is not the exact terminology what the Java developer has to use, or not the Sun has described like this. But normally when but others can't understand without using these words. Everyone will know what it means core Java, advanced Java. They won't know the exact terminology of this. First, I'll explain what are the exact terminologies of this. Core Java means J2 SC, J2 SC, Java 2 Standard Edition. What we call core Java is Java 2 Standard Edition. And advanced Java means J2 Enterprise, not advanced Java, but it is also including in this Enterprise Edition. And one more is J2 ME. It's a mobile edition. What the actual terminologies of this core Java, advanced Java, and enterprise edition is. Core Java we can say is as Java Standard Edition. Java Standard Edition. We'll call this as a Java Standard Edition. And ME means Java Enterprise Edition. And ME means Java Mobile Edition. These are the actual terms what we use for these technologies. Normally, now we are going to cover the very basic core Java topics. What this course includes and what is the agenda, what we will cover, everything I'm going to discuss. I already shared the course content with you. Now I will have a brief introduction about this Java in this class, like the complete overview of Java, so that you can have everyone idea, means what are all will be included in this Java, like what will the futures will be there, what I will use, I'll explain you everything, like what is the basic Java and what we are going to use in the real time, means the what we are learning here and the what we are going to work, which features we are going to work in the real time, means in job. I'll explain you everything. In today's session, I'll explain you what is the complete overview of this core Java. Okay. Now, what I'm going to cover in this session means what is meant by Java, where is Java will be used, means in which type of applications, and what will be the futures of, because of the futures only Java will be boom, right? I'm going to explain all those also. And also, what are the types of Java and a small basic, a very, very basic program, so that everyone, if I go for the very huge application or a very huge program, now only you can't understand, right? So I'll give a very small basic program of Java and how we are going to compile that and how we are going to run that. And what is this OOPS concept? Everyone will know their engineer and everything. Bah, Java means OOPS. What is this OOPS? It's a very complicated question, so everyone will mind will have. But I'll explain you the very clearly and a very simple manner. What is this OOPS and what are the features will be there. And when we go for any programming language, definitely they'll have their pros and cons, means like some positive, negatives. Like Java will also have some advantages and disadvantages also, but the more will be the advantages. That's the reason it is very highly demanded. Okay. Now, what is Java? I'll start with the what is Java. I already explained you like why Java, what is Java, everything. It is a very basic definition in the fresher interview. If you go for this, a basic question, do you know Java? Then what is Java? Why only Java? Why can't other programming languages? At the first question they'll ask for any fresher is what is Java? We can simply say a single line definition. It is an object-oriented programming language, or else you can call it as object-oriented programming platform. Means where we can, platform means where we can develop any application. If you're going to develop any application with the programming language, which is called this as platform. So the simple one-line definition is Java is an object-oriented programming language. A simple definition. Everyone will remind this. Okay, this point. You understood, right? What is meant by Java? If yes, please respond in chat, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Shruti. Thank you. Thank you. Fine. Now, who developed this Java? Means why he developed, what the thought he got for this. Actually, this Java is earlier, it was developed for television purpose. Means now we are having this set-top boxes and everything, right? Like for the digital television purpose, it was originally developed. Okay, by the person James Gosling. He is the person who developed the Java. He developed this Java because of the television person. Later, he moved. That means the team of this games, James Gosling has, they'll call the team who developed this Java is called as Green Team. They migrated, means they converted to a programming language, where in internet we can use this a programming language. Initially, the thought is for the digital television purposes, but then later it moved to this internet programming language. And when it developed, and who it will develop is the James Gosling. He is the person who developed this Java at Sun Microsystem. Sun Microsystem is a laboratory. In 1991, in 1991, the first version of this has been came to the picture. This is this is also the question where interviewer can answer. Who developed this Java and in which year and in where? You can have this type of questions also in some scenarios for the freshers. So James Gosling, who developed this Java in 1991 at Sun Microsystems. Okay, and it is also the first programming language where we can write the programs and execute using the web. Earlier, it was not the applications where we can use the web, but because of this Java only, we can able to write the programs and execute on web. Earlier, we used to have in the only desktop applications where we can write and execute. But now, because of this Java only, we can write the programs and execute in web also. Everyone, is it fine? Okay. Now you all know, right? What is meant by Java means? It's an object-oriented programming language, and it is developed by James Gosling at Sun Microsystem in 1991. It is the first programming language where we can execute using the web. Now, where this Java application can be used? Means if you are using any programming language or any platform, definitely we need to use this. Otherwise, there will be no use, right? That means in which scenario? Means in which type of applications? In which type of day-to-day applications? Like means if we all know it's a programming language, but we have to know means what type of applications we can develop by using this programming language. Means what the real-time technologies we are using now by using this Java programming language. We have to know that, right? So now I'll tell you means in which type of real-time applications we are using this Java. I'll explain you this all now. The first, mainly which type of devices using this Java programming language, or this type of applications, web applications, enterprise applications, mobile applications, embedded applications, and in games also. Means these many types of applications are using this Java programming language. What is meant by this type of applications? Means, for example, if you go any system, we are having any laptop or system, right? In this we'll have some application like for example, if we are going to use our PDF, right, in order to create our resume, and we have to share that to interviewer panels everywhere, right? So in order to use those Adobe Reader also, or any one like WPS Office, everything where we are using the application. For example, we'll take this Adobe Reader only. We are using that in our desktop. If you want to use that, it should be developed by some company, some programming language should have to be used, right? Like such type of software applications will be developed by using this Java. For example, in this desktop applications like Adobe Reader, you all know, right? Where we can create the documents, edit the documents, update the documents. This application is using the Java programming language to develop their application. And media player, you all love to listen the music, right? Everyone nowadays will prefer to play their music and have the relaxation. So means how that application has been developed? By using this Java. By using this Java programming language only, this media player has been developed. And antiviruses. Every system will have their antivirus, right? To protect their system for the phishing or any virus attack should be avoided. Such type of antiviruses applications also be developed by using this Java programming language. These are all some basics. So still so many are there, but I have explained you the basic which in real time what we are using in day-to-day life activities. I explained you some basic things now to you in where we are using this Java application. And when go to this web applications, web, the word itself represent, we are using those applications on web. Which type of web applications have using Java programming language means irctc.com. You all know irctc.com? If yes, please respond in chat. Yes. Okay. IRCTC means where we are going to book our train tickets, right? It's a online web application. Means we'll log in with our credentials and we'll book a ticket to travel anywhere. Such type of web applications also using this Java programming language. You all know, right? It is very high demanded IRCTC. Means not only in our state, in every state toward India also, anywhere we are using, from anywhere we can use that site and we can book a train ticket. It is very high demanded. Such type of applications also developed by using this Java and Java T pointer. Like we are having so many tutorials, right, from the Java T point where we can have the any type of courses available, any type of data is available in this Java T pointer. Like any course you can search, like for the Java, Python, AWS, Azure, everything. Everything will be available in this Java T pointer. Such type of huge applications. A very big application will also be developed by using this Java programming language and some more. The basic what I explained to you is the real time what we are using in our day-to-day life. And some enterprise applications. Enterprise means it's a very big applications. It is having a very huge impact in everyone's day-to-day life. Such type of applications or enterprise applications. Means in enterprise applications, I can say like a banking applications. We are all having a bank account, right? Like we can sit here through mobile or through net banking, anywhere we can sit and we can log in with the account ID and everything. We can start checking our account balance. We can do the transfers of amount to anyone, anywhere. So such type of banking applications also developed. In this, why it came into the enterprise applications means it is using the client server architecture. We are sitting here and we are going to hit the main data center of that bank. Means, for example, if I take this HDFC Bank, the main data center of that HDFC Bank is available in the Mumbai. But I am going to access that account application. I'm going to hit that server from here. I'm sitting here and I'm going to log in, and the data is fetching from me from not only from here. It is fetching the data from the Mumbai server. Means it is taking the client hit operation. Means that I'm the client, I'm hitting to the server. Means I'm taking the request, I'm sending the request to the server that I need to get the data of my account details. What is the available balance in my account? I need to fetch that from that server. So these types of client server architecture applications also developed by using this Java. And some business applications, like we can have some business applications. We can say like Amazon, Flipkart, everything. What are the business applications, for example, we can say those are also be developed by using this Java. And some mobile applications already said, like the Adobe Reader and the media, we are also using that in the mobile, not only in the desktop. Those type of mobile applications also developed using this Java, and embedded applications and some games also. The games also developed by using this Java application. Now, these are all the what the basic and day-to-day activities. In our day-to-day activities, we are using those Java developed applications. What all the basic I have explained you is what all the applications we are using in our day-to-day, those I have explained you now. Means we all should know, right? Why Java came this much demand, means where we are using this, means in these type of applications we are using it. That's the reason it is very demanded. And what are the futures of this Java? Means futures means what is the main purpose of it? Why it is? What is the, for example, you can say means what is and means what is special in me, means why I came to the picture. So I can say I'm a software engineer, I'm working so and so company. So I can say these are this. And I'm very much pretty good knowledge in this Java. So I'm started doing as a trainer like this. So that the same way, why what futures means what is the main reason we are using this Java? Means simple. The first thing what we can say, what is the main feature of this Java is, it is a very simple programming language. Means if once we go through this Java course, right, you will able to know what is this Java program and how we had to use. Like it is very simple and easily understandable to everyone. So that's the reason it is the main feature of this Java is very simple and object oriented. The word here object oriented means based. Object means it is Java is based on objects. Means first of all, what is meant by object? We have to get clarity on that also first. I'll explain you what is meant by class and object in the next slides, so that you can have the very clear idea of that. For up to now, just remember this point, Java is based on object oriented. Means other programming languages, C is a structural oriented programming language. We can just note this, the difference, why Java is object oriented and why it is not structure oriented. I'll explain in the later. But what is Java? Why Java is an object oriented. Just remember this point now. And it is distributed. Means we can distribute this Java programming. Means I'm using the Windows operating system. My friend is using the Linux operating system. And I have run, I wrote some code and executed in my system. And I want to run that same code in my friend's system also. How I can do? Means the same code I cannot execute. When come to this other programming language, I can't take that code and it should be installed and everything. But when if you run any Java program, we'll get a .exe file. We can take the .exe file from my Windows system and I can run that in the Linux operating system also. Means it is very distributed. We can distribute that in among multiple systems. That is what a future Java here. And it is robust. Means robust, what means? But very strong. It is a strong programming language. That's the reason it is very secure. These two are dependent, robust and secure. We can say these two are related. Why means because of the strong only it got secured. So how it got secured and robust means there is a concept called pointer in C. You all know, right? What is meant by pointers in C? If yes, please respond. Everyone, please. No, you don't know pointers. Okay. Pointers means normally it is a storage of a variable. In C, pointers means, for example, if you write any C program, right, you will create a variable, right, int a or char a, like that, where it is going to store in some memory. Means they'll have some address location, right? Pointer means where it is stored. Pointer means it stores the address of that variable. Means, for example, I'm Kausar, and where I'm staying, For example, I'm the Kausar. I'm staying in some X1Z colony. Means this is my address. If you go to the XYZ colony, Kausar will found. Like the address means where the addresses will store. Definitely will have some data should be there, right? Where for example, I means the like in the municipality, they'll store the will need to have these addresses will be there. If you go to the municipality and we check for this colony, they'll have some data, right? Like the same way, the addresses will be stored in the pointers concept. The same, the pointers concept is not there in Java because if why means if we pointers is not there, then how Java is secure? We can have that such type of question also. Pointers may lead to misbehave, means some insecure problems may also lead for due to this pointers concept. That's the reason Java doesn't support pointers concept. That is the reason Java is very secure. Java is interpreted and compiled. We can Java program is compiled and interpreted. We need to compile that Java code and we need to run that Java codes. Then only we can have our expected output. Java is portable, means we can have the word I already said, right? And distributed means we are porting. Port means portable. It means changing or moving from here to there. Means we are using this .exe file from the Windows system to Linux system. It is portable. We can move that without any issue. Java is multi-threaded, means multi-threaded concept is supported by Java. Multi-threaded means normally thread means it's an instant of a process, means a single task is called a thread. Means at a time, for example, if in mobile phone, we are playing some music in YouTube music, we are playing some music and we put that in the background and we started chatting with our friend in WhatsApp. Background, we are able to listen the music and at the same time, you are going to chat with the friend. Means we are doing at a time 2 applications, right? Such type of multiple applications can be run at a time by using this Java programming language. That is the concept. It means a thread means like playing a music is one thread. Chatting with the friend in WhatsApp is a one thread. We can do multiple threads at a time. That is supported by this Java. These are all the main features of Java. And I already explained you like what are the types of Java. 3 types: standard edition, enterprise edition, mobile edition. Means in these types of applications, we are going to use this Java. And I said like a very small program, I'll explain you now. And you will see like what is a Java program. Now you will have a question, right? What is this public? What is this static? Everyone will have such type of questions in their mind. But in next slide, I'll going to explain what is this public, static, void, main, everything. Normally, every Java program should start with a class. Now I'll explain you what is meant by class here. First, I'll explain you here what is meant by class. Are you able to see my screen, right? Is it visible? Should I need to increase my font? If please respond in chat. Visible, right? Okay. Okay. Somewhat I'm not no. Now I'll explain what is meant by class. A class means it is like a group of objects, methods. We can say like methods and variables, everything will be included in this class. Means what is these methods and variables? You can have such type of question. Means, for example, a car. Car means we can say car is in class. Means we'll have some so many objects like seat, etc., engine, and everything. We can say such step. And how we are going to use that car? If you are having the engine, or if you are going to have the key, and we are going to start, then only it will work, right? We can say object. How we are going to start that car is an object. What is meant by class means it's a car. A very basic example I can means what we are going to use in day-to-day or the real-time connectivity I implemented now. And what is the definition means? Class means a group of variables, methods. Object means it is an instance of a class. Instance means we can use that class by creating or by using this object only. If you won't have object, then there is nothing. We can't use that class if you won't create that object. Okay. Class and object means it's a group of variables and methods. Object means it is an instance of a class. Okay. This is the main definition of class and object. And now every program should start by using this class. Every Java program, a simple or a very large application, if you develop any this type of IRCTC or Adobe Reader, any media player, any type of such application also they should have the classes. Without creating a class or without writing that word class, it doesn't mean also. It is not, we cannot say that it's a Java program if you won't define this word, or if you won't start our code with the word class. Okay, we have to define this class. Okay, public, class, and the class name. Okay, I'll say here what is meant by public and what is meant by class. Okay, public means it is an access specifier. You all know, right, what is meant by public, the word normal meaning. What is meant by public means? If yes, please respond. Why I am saying every time response means so that I can able to know everyone is listening or what my class. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the response. Public means class and the class name. It should be not the caps, it should be small only. Okay. Public means if you put this access specifier as public, then everyone can use this class. Means everyone means what? Everyone means I and you, like that. No, actually I'll explain you. Here we'll have some type of packages. Means for example, I'm working in some XYZ company and my project is some XYZ and I am defining this class. I'm going to implement this class. And some other employee, like in same company for other project or for other application, they want to use, if they can use this application because we both are working in same company and we both are working in the same, means we are sitting in the same way, we can use this class, right? No, for such type of only we have specified this access specifier. Means only we'll define here a package here, actually package some XYZ user defined. I'm saying here we'll have some java.util that like java.util some like that. What means this package means the applications what we are going to develop in this package, means in this java.util.com package, what are the applications we are going to develop in these packages, we are going to use this class. Means only the members who are using this package can use this class. If I am trying here and I'm defining one more package. And I want to use here this class name. Here I can say class name X. Okay, I want to use this class name X. It will throw me error in this package if I want to use this class, because this class is defined in this. If we provide here public, then it won't give the issue for me. If you provide here the private, then here it will throw me the error. Here it will throw me error because, hey, you are using this package private class into this. You can't use this. Such type of, means not this type of one. It will give the some technical error description there. I'm saying example. Like if you are defining with the private, we can't use that. If you're defining with the public, we can use that everywhere. So why means what is mean by access specifier? Why only public? What is mean by public? I explained, you know, we have to use the access specifier for the class so that it should be secure. It should be secure. The other application should not use this. That's the reason why we are using this access specifier and the class. Normally, if you want to define, if you want to write any class, definitely we need to use the keyword here, class. And we have to define the class name. Class name means any class name you can give. For example, I said you write car. You can define here car. Car is my class name. Such type of any class name we can give. This is how means how we are going to start our Java program. Means we need to define the class and the class name. And I'm going to write a simple one-line statement here. System.out.println. Hello world. Hello world. Means what is this system.out.println? If you have some familiar about this C programming language, you all know, right, how we are going to print some data and a printf statement method will use. Like the same way in Java, if you want to print any data on the monitor or in the output window, you have to use this system.out.println method. If you write this statement, whatever we have written in this inverted commas, that will be visible to the user in the monitor. So this is a very basic program, one-line program I am explaining. If I wrote only these 3 lines, can the program will run? If yes, please respond. No. Yes. And today you have not seen one thing here. I didn't definitely it won't run because I didn't use the main function only here. Because we have to start here our main, not only just defining by the class name, we cannot run the Java class, and not at all it won't access also, because there is no main method. Without main method, not even any program will run, not in C, not in Java, everywhere. Main method is the starting point of the execution. So we have to define that main method now. Public static void main string aux. Okay, public already explained you what is meant by public. It's access specifier. We have to use that because everyone should be use that main method. And static, it is also a keyword in Java. Static, the word normally static means it is unchanged. We cannot change the value. Static word meaning is it is like we can say like a constant. We cannot change the value of the static. We are using this static keyword for the main. And void means the main method should return. Normally we all know, right, some type of return types will be there, like int, float, double, character. Means normally every method, this is called a method. This is the method. Like we are having some methods, right? For example, method like this. Method 1. The method is defined by using the method name and the open and close parenthesis. Like such type of every method should return something. If it is not returning something means then we have to keep void as a return type. Void means nothing. This means it is an indication to the compiler that main method is returning nothing. We have to explicitly specify that keyword. Public access specifier, static means we cannot change that. Void, it is the return type of the main method. This is the method main. And string, it is taking the input as string type of variable. Args means is the variable name, and it is this is square brackets. I will explain you in later classes what is meant by that square bracket and everything. It is like an array of collections, and it is of type string. It is collecting the string arguments. Who are giving the arguments to this means the compiler will give the arguments to this main method. We should not, no need to give the explicitly. That's what I want to explain you. This is the what is meant by main method, and in main method only we have to write this any executable statements or any logic of the program. We have to write this in this main method. This is a very basic example of a Java program. And here the file name should be same as the class name. Means here we have defined our class name as hello world, right? How we have to say this file? For example, if I wrote any Java code here, and I'm going to save this. And how I have to save means here, I need to save same like the class name. I need to save this file as the same as the class name. Here the class name is hello world. I need to save that as a, what will happen if I won't give hello world? It will throw an error. Definitely, it will throw an error. Okay. That is the reason why explicitly is mentioned here. File name must be same as class name. And this is the one what all I explained, right? What is meant by public and what is meant static means, and also I forgot to explain you. Static means it's a constant, no need to change the value, right? And why we are using that for the main means because if you define any static variable or method or class, anything, if you define the static variable to any method or any class, no need to create an object for that. Means definitely means here we are going to use this main method, right? No one is calling here this main method. Normally, every method should be called by some so and so method or class, right? But no one is calling the main. I said you, right? Main method will be called by the compiler. Means how compiler may know this main method should be called because of this keyword. Static, if you define this any method as static, then no need to create an object for this. No need to explicitly call to that. It will call by default if you define that method as a static. That is the reason why we are going to define main method as a static method. And I already explained void means doesn't return any value. Main is the name of the function. And it is the string args, it's the command line arguments. The arguments, what we are going to take from the command lines by the compiler. Those are all the command line arguments. And it is of type string. Okay. And how we are going to run this Java program is in the command, for example, in the command prompt, if you open, and how we are going to run this means by using this Java C keyword, Java C and file name. I already explained just now, I have told you, right? How we have to say that hello world or Java. The same name we had to give here, Java C hello world.java. If you write this command and put enter, if any errors will be there, compile time errors, it will show. Otherwise, it will show nothing. It will just go to the next line. Then we have to run that code. Just we have compiled, means any syntax errors or any errors will be there, we'll get to know after executing this command. In order to check the runtime commands, means runtime errors, means the functionality of the code is running properly or not. That will be checked by running this command. Only Java and the file name. File name without using the .java. We have to use here Java. We should not use C. We have to remove the C here, and .java should be removed from here. If you write Java and the file name, enter, we'll get the desired output. What we have written, like in this scenario, we'll get the output as hello world. Okay. Now, what is mean by oops? I told you, right? Oops concept are the main feature of this Java. OOPS means object-oriented programming language. Means this Java is completely depend on the objects. I already told you, right? Any Java program should start their program by using this class. And how we are using those class members? By creating an object only. I already explained what is meant by class and object. Object means it's an instance of a class. Class means it's a group of variables and methods where we are defining or implementing any functionality of the code. And encapsulation. The main 4 features of OOPS is, remember, every interviewer will ask this question, you know, what are the OOPS concepts? What is OOPS? What are the main OOPS concepts? In real time also, actually, I want to explain the main thing. In day-to-day activity, every Java developer definitely in their job, they have to use this technology. Definitely they have to use. So you need to have more familiar, more concentrate on this OOPS concept. Encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. These are the main features of Java. Without this, there is no Java, I can say. Because it is not only the theoretical, I can say in every Java developer project and every projects what we are going to do, right? Means now I am doing some project in Java, and earlier I used to do that, right? Everywhere I use these concepts. So these are the main OOPS concepts of Java. We need to have more aware on this, okay? I'll explain you what is, briefly I'll explain you what are these OOPS concepts, because it is not like we can go with the 5 to 10 minutes, I can explain all this one, because it's a very vast, and we can't say like only the briefly only. If you go in depth only, we will have the more idea on this. And we need to spend more time on this also, because these are the main features. What is mean by encapsulation? Means encaps. Encaps means we all know the capsule. We know that capsule, right? Will have some tablets. Will merge that in a one. So encapsule means combined. Two type. You all know this tablet called. Decode, I think, will have some small granules, and will 2 types of pink and yellow will be there. Those both will be combined and make it as a one single tablet. Some tablet Decode, I think it is there. We are going to bind that granules into a one capsule. We will say that we are going to bind those into a capsule. Such type. Encapsulation means binding of the data. Means the class will have the variables and methods. Variables and method means what? And I have explained here. Like we are having here. Example. Int A, int B, and I'm going to have a variable int C is equal to A plus B. System dot println. I'm going to print this C value. And or else int add we're having this method here. Okay, now this is the class, and I'm having the 2 variables, and I'm having one method. can say the function. In C, we used to call it as function. Means class is having the variables. Sorry, I used to define some value here, otherwise it will throw me another. Okay. In class, we are going to have the two variables and method. In this class, we are having the two variables A and B, and we are having the one method called add method. Means we are taking some initialization values here. A is equal to, oh, not able to see. What happened? Okay. No, are able to see? Sorry, I didn't see this messages. Thanks for intimating. Now, this example class is having two variables. Int A is equal to 5, B is equal to 10, and one method called add method. Means in any class, will definitely have, mostly, it is not like mandatory, we need to have some variables and methods. We may have some methods only without the variables. We can take the arguments from the other class also. So, for example, mostly they'll have the variables and methods in every class. In this class, we are having the two variables and one method. These two things we are going to merge in one class. Means we are binding these variables and method into a one single unit called class. Means binding of this data variables and data members, we can say, or means binding of variables and methods together in a one unit called class. That is called encapsulation. The future oops means we are binding the variables and method into a one single unit called class. That is called encapsulation. What is the brief introduction? Means binding of variables and methods into a one unit called class. That is called encapsulation. Inheritance. Inheritance means inheritance. We can see the other word for this is genes. Like my father used to have a habit, like daily he used to read the newspaper. Means the same way I also used to have the habit of daily reading the newspaper. Means how I get to habitate to reading the newspaper means my father used to do it. I used to have the same habit. It is like a genes. We can say in a normal word, like genes. What my father is doing, what my grandpa is doing, the same way what I am doing. That is called the genes. The same, the technical term what we are using here is the inheritance. Means we are having the class A and B. Class A having some properties and it is going to use by the class B. Class A is the father of B. Means the B class is using the properties of A class. That is called inheritance. We can use the properties, the child class. I can say the child class is using the properties. What is the properties? Means any the variables or methods of this parent class, right? The parent class variables and methods can be used by the child class is called inheritance. The simple one-line definition. The child class using the properties of a parent class is called inheritance. Okay. Polymorphism. Polymorphism means many. Sorry, I'm extending my class for 5 minutes. I'll wrap it up by just having a brief introduction about these two and the pros and cons. Okay, please don't mind. And what is meant by polymorphism? Polymorphism means many forms. Means one object or one method. I'm going to tell this in a technical term first, and then I'll explain you in the real time. This add method can be used in many forms. Many forms means what add will do the add. It can't do the subtraction, right? You can have such type of question. But I'm going to tell you what is this different type of many forms means. Add, this is using this only adding the two types of variables. Like a two number of variables, not two types, it's a two number of, but we'll have so many scenarios here. Like we can do int A, B, int A, int B, int C. We can have int A, float B, right? There are two scenarios here. We can have many number, the count is increased. We can increase the count here, like here, like this, or else we can have the different types of also. Means this add only can have many forms. The usually first thing is like this. Usually are defined like this. But we can increase same type of variables, like we can increase, or else we can use like different types of also. Here int, I'm using here float, like these types of also means you can use in many forms. The Java having the OOPS concept of we can use the properties in many forms. How we are going to define that means in two types. This polymorphism is also defined in two types, like method overloading, method overriding. Method overloading means static binding or static polymorphism. Method overriding is dynamic polymorphism. Those are again classified into two types. In next sessions, we are going to have very clean and complete explanation about these two. Just up to now, it is like a many forms. We can use those properties in many forms. What is meant by polymorphism means? Abstraction. Abstraction means abstract, means we are hiding. Abstraction means we are going to hide the data. See, I can easily define here. I didn't use this. And I'm going to use this method. Actually, it is having only this method without any implementation. Implementation means just we have defined this method. We are not using these variables and we are going to do some modifications. Just it is like hiding the child class, and where we are going to use this abstraction means in inheritance concept. Means normally A is having the method called class A is having the method called some x1 y xy, okay, and it has to there is no implementation for this method. Please remember this point. There is no implementation for this method, and this class B is going to extend this class A, okay, and as B is extended by this A, means B can use this A properties. So I'm going to use this XY method and I can do some operations here. Like I'm going to print some XYZ data here. Okay. Like by using this inheritance concept, we are going to implement this abstraction. Means abstraction means we are going to hide the data. Means we are not implementing those methods in the main class. We are going to implement the methods in the subclass or the child class. The implementation will be done in the child class. That is what abstraction means. And advantages. Now I'll go with these advantages. You all know, right, what is meant by OOPS, what are the OOPS main concepts and everything. Now we have to go about this advantages. It is very simple. I already told in the feature set, and it is a robust, and it is the first language where we are going to execute on web, and it is a Aura. Java is a Aura. What is meant by Aura means write once, run anywhere. Means if you write in Windows application, we can take that .exe file and we can run in Linux, Mac, anywhere we can run the program. That is the future of Java. Write once, run anywhere. It is a Aura. And I already told you it is a multi-threaded concept. That's it is that we need not provide memory to every running thread. Because of this future multi-threading, there is no specifically we need to allocate some memory to each thread because it takes the less memory, right? So no need to have this one. And disadvantages. The disadvantages what means it needs to be implemented, interpreted during runtime. Means if you are going to run this application in other operating system also, it need to be interpreted because we have taken only the .exe file, means the compiled file we are taking from one system to another system, but it need to check the functionality, right? In that system also it is working on it. So it need to be interpreted in other operating systems also. So it's taking some time. So that is the reason it is somewhat slow performance. And it also consumes more memory because it runs on the virtual machine, right? Java means it's mainly having a Java virtual machine. It is like the inbuilt software. What is Java having is JVM and JDK, Java Development Kit and Java Virtual Machine. It consumes more memory because it is running on the virtual machine. Virtual machine means it takes the more memory consumption. And also the drawback of this is the no control over garbage collection. You know, in later classes, you all know what is meant by garbage collection. Normally, the word garbage means the waste thing. In every house, we are having some garbage, right? We'll throw that outside in the area. Like the unwanted usages means unwanted usage of the variables will be garbage collected. So Java, but the programmer can't be controlled that one. Java itself will take care of that automatically. Here the word is there, right? Java provides automatic garbage collection that can't be controlled by the program. So that is also one drawback of the Java. These are some basic disadvantages of the Java. Now, thanks everyone for this. Now, do you have any questions? Feel free to ask me. This is the quick, a basic overview over the core Java. Do you have any question? You can, if anyone is interested, please raise hand. I can give the access to unmute themselves. And you want, if you have any questions, you can ask me. In which mode? There are no questions right now. Okay, thank you so much. Where we can find today's demo link in YouTube. That I think that I'll confirm with you regarding this. I need to connect with them. Aisha, are you there in this call? I'll confirm that with you, or else the team will connect with you regarding this. Thank you, Vijaya. Is everyone fine? Are we ready to leave the session now? Yes, thank you, Gautam, confirm me. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Sindhu. Thanks, Pallavi. Thanks, Vijaya.